good to report, about stories where people have not been treated nicely or indeed kindly by corporations, chucked out because of their age. Suddenly they're old school. People don't want them anymore. And then, of course, people find out that actually the public do like them, do want them, and do want to continue watching them. As ever, though, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well today. Fine and dandy. Yes, this is the Warner Brothers trailer van behind me. They're currently filming, which we've been asked to be part of. I'll tell you more about that as that develops, of course. Can't say too much now. You know what it's like. What an iconic sign, though, across America. And who remembers the Warner Brothers cooler in all of those cartoons? You remember that? That was just so famous, wasn't it? Showing your age now. Yeah, I know. This is the thing, isn't it? The more you climb on, the more you remember, the more you seem a bit like a relic. A little bit like this story today, because this really all centres around the fact that last year, the BBC decided to ditch the very talented and, of course, well, a great host, quite simply, of Question of Sport, the former tennis star Sue Barker. Now, Sue had a colossal career in the world of international tennis, did incredibly well, and then took on the role of being the host and compere of the Wimbledon Championships, doing such a good job for so many years. Sadly, she decided to retire from that job last year and was given a wonderful send-off. But then she was also the host of a mega watched Question of Sport, a wonderful panel game show that ran for many years over on the BBC. With her at the helm, they literally had millions of viewers, literally millions of viewers. But the BBC, in their, well, infinite wisdom, decided to refresh the show, bring in a fresher face. Not too fresher, though, because this particular individual, Paddy McGuinness, is allegedly known as a comedian, not by many. Sadly, though, for Paddy, it's been decided that 2 of his shows with the BBC have now been axed, and they're now re-looking to refresh A Question of Sport. This is because since Sue left, they've literally lost millions of viewers. Right. But of course, they decided to refresh this show because simply Sue was deemed, well, not the right age genre to take the show forward. You get the picture. So now, as Sue took the stage version of the show on tour and sold out venues across the UK, you know what's coming, don't you? The BBC, I've been told, and as ever we have to say allegedly, are tentatively asking, would you consider a return, maybe for a couple of seasonal specials? It's going to be interesting to see how this particular story unfolds and develops. But isn't it fascinating to know that people decide to remove you because of your age, not really bothering with the audience who seemingly absolutely adore you, watch you in their millions, and more importantly, of course, are very dedicated to the programme, not just on screen, but off too, with the venues. Seemingly now for Sue, she has to make that very big decision. Would she want to return the way that she'd been treated? She was very upset, of course, at the way that the BBC cruelly axed her without real much notice. However, Paddy McGuinness also should be given a little bit of consideration because he took on the role of a very difficult task, trying to take over someone who was so incredibly popular. Either way, it looks like the ageist world of the BBC is far from over. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.